Hi everybody. I'm going to record and post a little home improvement project that arose out of necessity. I got tired of where my cutting boards are because, as you can see, they are on the countertop, taking up, it doesn't seem like a lot of space on the countertop, but it takes up space on the countertop, and it's annoying, and they're in the way. Now, they are easy to get to, but they are very much in the way. So I decided that I want to do something to make them not in the way, but still easy to get to. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I hope it turns out well, because if it turns out well, I'm going to post this and you get to see it. Okay, I've decided on this wall for my project because, one, it has enough space, and two, it has studs that I can use to attach the pieces necessary. Now, I don't have a stud finder. More accurately, I have a stud finder, but I don't have any idea where it is. So rather than take the time to find it in this house that is in desperate need of purging and organization, I have made my own. My handy dandy little stud finder. This little yellow thing is a magnet. It has to be a pretty good magnet, but it doesn't have to be super duper. This came from a toy set that Julia had when she was little. So, you know, it's not a super spy magnet or anything. It's just a good, strong magnet. It's attached to a piece of twine. It's just tied on. You don't have to use tape or anything. It doesn't have to be horribly secure. Just secure enough to hold it onto the string so it can dangle. Now, what you do is you find your wall and you dangle. Can you see what's happening? Yes, good. The yellow shows up. You dangle the magnet over your wall until it sticks. It's sticking. You know what it's sticking to? It's sticking to a nail. You know where the nails are? The nails are in the studs. So I know that up and down, right there, is a stud. I also know that up and down, right here, is a stud. In fact, that's a really good nail because that one actually will just hang. Not sure why this one seems weaker. And you just double check and prove that it's not just some random nail. Go straight down. Look, it sticks straight down here. It sticks straight down here. So you know that that's a stud. And also, if you do it in two spots, straight line between these 2 points is where your stud is. You know that you're hitting it no matter where up and down on the wall you nail. Alright, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pencil and I'm going to get a level. I'm going to use a pencil because it will come off of a painted wall easily. So I'm going to take the level and I'm going to put it at my marked places on the wall. I'm going to make sure that it is level. And I'm going to make a faint line. I'm going to do that same thing over at the second stud. Oops, level, there we go. Faint line. Now let's decide on the wall where I want my hooks. I'd like to grab my biggest board right about there and be able to pull it down. So that's right about here for the bottom. Here for the bottom, grab it from the bottom, grab it from the top, well within reach. So let's level that. Leveled. And draw a line crisscrossing here. At the points where these lines intersect, that's where we're going to drill our holes. So we're going to drill the holes. I have a cordless drill. It's a little bit old. This battery is a little bit weak even when fully charged, but I think that it'll make it through this project. When selecting your drill bit, you want the drill bit to be large enough that the center of your screw will fit through the hole. But you want it to be small enough that the spiral, the part that actually bites, you want that to be larger than your drill bit. So if you put it behind your drill bit, and put it this way so that you can see. I don't know how well you can see that on the film, but I can tell that the actual teeth of the screw, that's probably the wrong term, but they will actually bite into the drywall and wood. They're bigger than the drill bit. Now, I'm just going to drill my holes right at the intersection of my marks. Now, I think I mentioned it before, but be sure you put this project into the studs. Don't put it just into the drywall, because the drywall will not hold it, and I do not trust drywall anchors. They claim to be safe up to a certain number of pounds, but I have seen things fall, even with drywall anchors. If you have studs available in the spot where you want this, use the studs. I can't say drywall anchors won't work, but I don't trust them. Now, on to what I'm doing. This is a tool hanger. It's just a little tool. I don't think they called it a hook. I don't remember what they called it. I got it at Home Depot for $1. I have 2 of them. These are also what I used for my instrument hanger that I have in my living room. I wish I'd made a video about putting that together, because that was a super cool project. I'm going to start recording all these projects, I think. So these are little tool hangers, and they're great. You don't have to have the pegboard for this kind, because they just screw into whatever you want to do. So I'm going to put these into the studs in the wall, and I'm going to and they are going to come out of the wall like this, and they're going to hold my cutting board. I was able to get drilled through both of these far enough to get the hooks in. Getting the hooks in is easy. You just put it in the hole, then when it feels like it wants to stop, which that's about the point where you have the drywall, which is good because you know that you're in the drywall, you turn until it's a little difficult to turn, and then you just turn until it's straight up and down. Something I didn't mention earlier, these hooks, these tool hooks, are coated with a hard rubbery substance. It is non-skid, so your tools don't slide off of it. Well, that also means your cutting boards won't slide off of it. So make sure you get the coated ones. You know, you can maybe get metal ones for 50 cents or 75 cents, and the coated ones cost $1. It's worth $1. Or if you have non-slip tape, you can put over them. But then, you know, whatever you pay for the tape is additional cost. I think it's worth it to just buy them coated. So I'm going to put the second one in here. All the way till it's a little tough to turn. It was a little tough to turn there. I'm going to give it one more turn so that it's really in the stud. Yeah, that's nice. That's not going to fall. That's going to hold a lot of weight. My big cutting boards are going to fit across them. Non-slip surface here takes care of the problem of it possibly sliding forward. So there's my glass one. There's my bamboo one. Fits nicely. My plastic one. Oh, my plastic one's a little small, but it still fits. It droops in beneath there just a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna stay. Et voila! You can see my new large cutting board hanger and my new small cutting board hanger, not covered in this film because it was an afterthought. I was not thinking about the fact that between the two studs was too wide a space for my small cutting boards. I did not go through the entire tutorial for how to do the small cutting boards because it was infuriating and involved many swear words, lots of searching around the house, 2 found L brackets that were no longer being used, a piece of scrap tile, screws, a hammer, and more swear words. So I don't think I swore any in this video. Maybe I did. But either way, as you can see, the small shelf took some time because at this point my lipstick is worn off. That's how you can tell how much time takes between clips. But the large cutting board hanger and the small cutting board hanger were very much a success. I'm very pleased with my new space to hang these things and get them off of my counter. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I expect to do more tutorials on home improvements as the weeks go on, And I know that some of you have requested makeup tutorials. I do plan to do those. I just have to find time. It's tough. Usually when I'm putting on my makeup, it's to go somewhere, and I don't have time to sit and do a video that I'm going to have to edit. I promise I want to do them. I'm going to try to do them. Just be on the watch for them. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Crap, y'all. I got so hung up in my second project doing the small shelf that I almost forgot. The best part about finishing a Sunday morning home improvement project is finishing with a mimosa. Fresh squeezed orange juice, y'all. Awesome.